The first names that come to mind when we think of supercars are Ferrari, Aston Martin, Lamborghini, Porsche, or Bugatti. To say otherwise would be to sell ourselves short, as there are many supercars that you may have never heard of that are competing with the best of the best. Welcome back to Cartastic, the one-stop channel for car enthusiasts. Here is a list of the top 5 supercars that deviate from the standard because of the obvious picks aren't always the coolest. None are known for their supercars, but the majority are from upscale or international marquees. Instead, each was developed as a high-value halo product and frequently sold at a significant loss in order to completely outperform the conventional Italian options. Everyone loves supercars. They push the absolute boundaries of what all vehicle lovers adore about cars, in addition to having fantastic looks, terrific sounds, and incredible performance. Supercars, however, are not always a success. Some of them are flashy vaporware that gamers media attention 1 year and then vanishes into thin air the following. A few of them rarely succeed in making a few sales before the market shifts and everyone forgets about them in favor of the newest supercar with more features. 5. The Hongqi S9 concept. The Hongqi S9 concept, which commemorates the People's Republic of China's 70th anniversary, debuted on September 13th at the Frankfurt Motor Show. It foreshadows the ambition to introduce a hybrid supercar from the Chinese manufacturer limited to 70 units in 2021. The Ford company employed former Alfa Romeo executives and had Audi designer Walter de Siva as vice president of styling and design for a variety of honky-tonk vehicles. In 2021, in Shanghai, the S9's production version was unveiled. The hypercar was a very streamlined shape and, in a sense, appears quite European. The design features a lot of highly intriguing touches, such as integrated air vents in the headlamps that supply the hybrid powertrain with fresh air. For some of the visible components, the body has a dramatic red finish combined with exposed carbon fiber. Smart electrochromic windows with variable tint intensities are also included in the S9 to save energy. The Hongqi S9 generates an estimated 1381 horsepower, or 14,000 PS, due to the interaction of these elements. The S9 achieves 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 1.9 seconds and has a top speed of more than 250 miles per hour. Also very ingenious is the casing that surrounds this. The hybrid powertrain is supplied with fresh air via integrated intakes in the headlights, and the S9 also has electrochromic windows whose tint intensity can be adjusted to reduce energy use. However, Hongqi's contributions to the Chinese motor industry's invention and progress are not time-limited. We anticipate seeing the Hongqi S9 hit the streets in the very near future. It symbolizes a genuinely energizing and exciting new chapter for China in the automotive industry. 4. Ajlani Dracuma. Ajlani Dracuma is another hypercar from the UAE that debuted at Dubai Motor Show. The Devil 16 has 5,000 horsepower from a 12.3-liter quad-turbo V16, whereas this car only has 1,200 horsepower from a twin-turbo V8. The founder's vision of a twin-turbocharged 1,200 horsepower machine, made in the likeness of Pagani's striking performance cars, and also not accident as the founder, Bashir Ajlani, holds Pagani in particularly high regard. The Dracuma is the result of 5 years of handcrafted work, and while Joe doesn't have anything lined up in terms of chassis or powertrain, he knows the formula he wants to emulate. We at least assume that. The Dracuma is still under constant development in many ways. Ajlani is not interested in electrification or other futuristic technology. Those are not the kind of bragging rights he wants. Instead of emphasizing the Dracuma's powertrain, his main goal is to create a vehicle that looks the part. His prototype car thus has no shortage of intriguing aesthetic components. The entryway, which is designed to evoke visions of a dragon's wing, was the starting point for early concepts of the Dracuma. The low noise is intended to simulate a closed mouth with bottom lip fangs sticking in an upwards direction. The rear bodywork resembles folded back wingtips covering a laboring body in certain ways. 3. The DSE Tense. The DSE Tense embodies spectacular style and technology to open a door to the future. It has flowing lines, chrome accents, a torque of 560 Nm, 402 horsepower, and emits no CO2. This amazing coupe GTDS concept was developed in 2016 and offers a remarkable driving experience. The DS concept car delivers French luxury and is handcrafted by skilled craftsmen. This electric-powered race car redefines the laws of movement. A distinctively strong and polished DS was bred to be driven. The DS E-Tense is an all-electric sports concept automobile created by the DS Automobiles, a division of Citroën. The vehicle serves as a blueprint for sports vehicles to come. The Servolt was replaced by the E-Tense. The car was initially imagined in 2016 as a rival to the Audi R8 e-tron. The lithium-ion batteries are located at the top of the carbon fiber monocoque chassis, around which the vehicle is constructed. The vehicle's two electric Siemens motors produce 401 horsepower and 391 foot-pounds of torque, allowing it to reach a high speed of 249 kilometers per hour or 155 miles per hour, and have an electric range of 360 kilometers or 223 miles on a single charge. Are you guys excited for the top 2 sports cars? Fasten your seatbelts. Before we reveal the names, make sure to subscribe to this channel and also enable the bell icon. 2. Faraday Future 01. FF01 is designed with NASA's zero gravity in mind. The seat significantly lessens the stress of the driver's body at high speeds and provides a true impression of weightlessness, rising from exposed carbon fiber vehicle construction. It was revealed at the 2016 Las Vegas Consumer Electronics Show. The Faraday Future FF01 concept is more than a concept car. It is a car of concepts. It's an enhanced exposition of the same design features we are developing in our production vehicles, intensified to match second-generation high-performance engineering. LetV, a Chinese media and technology business with a market worth in the tens of billions of dollars, is a backer of Faraday Future. With this support, Faraday has been able to hire hundreds of people and invest $1 billion in battery manufacturing right here in Nevada. Despite the fact that the car itself appears to be little more than a fantasy, it should be sufficient to silence many detractors. It's a 1,000 horsepower all-wheel drive hypercar with space for one fictional driver who sits in the middle of a carbon fiber cocoon and is surrounded by a cockpit that appears to have been plucked out of some sci-fi future utopia. The instrument cluster in the dashboard is shaped like the company's propeller IP, which designer Kim refers to as a form that reaches over the driver's shoulders. Again, everything is fantastic in theory, but detractors of Faraday Future won't be silenced by a theoretical hypercar alone. To do that, the world will need to see a vehicle that is even more exotic than the FF01, a real, functional, production vehicle that is accessible to regular people like you and me. Sadly, that is still a few years away. 1. Vision 1789. It is a legendary design that epitomizes French luxury and motorsports know-how. Vision 1789, a two-seater car, takes the wheel to immerse the driver and passengers in the intense world of auto racing. Its design was heavily influenced by prototypes from the 24-hour of Le Mans, a showcase influenced by prototypes from the 24 hours of Le Mans, a showcase made to the owner's specifications. 1789 is a true prototype in an evening gown. Everything has been designed with the driver's distinct driving experiences in mind. This is why the 1789 has a superbly crafted flat bottom that was created especially to produce exceptional aerodynamic support. This concept of motorsport is extended by its power-to-weight ratio, which is close to 1, and its rear transmission. With the biomethane-powered 1789 hypercar, startup Vision Automotive hopes to revolutionize the French auto industry while paying homage to the nation's rich motoring past. In 1789, the French people were inspired by Americans to start their own revolutions. The heavily sculpted shape and bubble cockpit of this sleek car are reminiscent of the prototype race cars of the recent past and present, according to Walter Rickirch. The technology industry will be supplying the engine and driveline components with biomethane fuel, which produces the thrilling sound of international combustion without the pollution. Add to that an uncompromising design and a cutting-edge multi-level V8 that runs on hydrogen and biomethane. The craziest hypercar the automotive industry has seen since the 1990s boasts more than 1,000 horsepower, a power-to-weight ratio close to 1, and an aerodynamic downforce higher than its own weight. The supercar industry is shockingly modest, and despite all the crazy wealthy sheiks, Chinese tycoons, and Wall Street financiers, the number of cars sold in this class is actually very small. Nevertheless, countless small businesses continue to try their hands at creating unique and pricey supercars. Of course, not all of these artisanal automakers succeeded in establishing themselves as household names. In fact, the bulk of them vanished from the market after only a few years. Nevertheless, their vehicles frequently feature intriguing engineering and design. There are plenty of other undiscovered supercars. If you're aware of any others, let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to this channel and enable the bell icon. Also, check out other incredible videos related to cars. See you next time.